Hi Madals, hi Moon people, hi whoever you are. So today, welcome back to another, video. Happy Pride. Today, we're doing another Get Ready With Me, but this time, I'm gonna do the Lesbian Pride, eyeshadow colour scheme. I'm not a lesbian, but I did identify as one, for a long time, kind of, and I'll explain that in the video. And so I did want to do the makeup look, and also maybe someone at home who is a lesbian wants to do this makeup look, or maybe you want to support the lesbians of the community, or maybe you just think the colours are pretty and you want to do it too. So, to be fair, they do have a very pretty flag. I used to have it as my phone background at one point, and funny enough, right, I'll tell you about my coming out story, because when I came out to my family as gay, I told them I was a lesbian. But the night before, I was going to tell them I was pansexual. I was going to say, I'm pansexual. But I came out as a lesbian, and I'm going to tell you why. So, around the time that I was going to come out, basically I'd had crushes on girls since I was 14. And I was 16 when I came out to my family as gay. And I said to them, I'm a lesbian, and to be honest, wasn't the best reactions at the time, and I can understand, how to explain it, I can understand why they reacted the way they did, but it doesn't make it great. But I can get where they were coming from. They thought I was just confused. I was not, but I remember telling people I was a lesbian, and I never really liked the label, to be honest. Oh, by the way, I'm putting the hills on my eye as like a base, and then we'll go from there. But I never really liked the label for myself. I do know why, but I never really liked it for myself. It wasn't anything about the label or like what it meant, but I never really connected with it. And I, for years, went back and forth between pansexual and gay, lesbian. And for me, that turned out to not be my identity, but it was still a crucial part of me understanding my identity, because the reason that I didn't come out as pansexual to my family was because I'd never really been interested in boys at all. I had one crush when I was 11 on a boy, and then that was it. And then from 14 onwards, it was just girls. Girls were who I liked and who I was attracted to. I'm getting too hot. Why am I going for the window? I'd only had girl crushes, and I was only interested in girls, and so I came out to them as a lesbian because at the time, that was all I liked. That was who I liked. Right, we're going to go into the colour 405, which is like a bright orange. And we're going to put it here. But, anyways, like I was saying, yeah, that was all that's who I was interested in at the time, was just girls. And I didn't want my family telling me to date boys because I didn't like boys at the time. So I thought, wow, the label that makes the most sense for me is lesbian. And when I got into my first relationship with my first girlfriend, I remember telling her that I was a lesbian, which is so strange to me now because I never even really liked the term for myself. But yeah, I'm now taking the Malibu colour, by the way. But that label has been used for me for years, from 14 to 19. That's how people really knew me, was as a lesbian. Even when I told people not really my label, I just like gay, you know. Because also the thing is, I knew that I liked people for who they were. It was about personality for me, but those personalities I tend to be attracted to were all girls at the time. So I see why people put two and two together and were like, lesbian, you know? And I don't blame them. And honestly, I did it as well. But yeah, I mean, the thing with identities and labels is labels should fit you, not you should fit labels. And you should identify however you feel comfortable. And experience doesn't equal identity. So you can be bisexual and never been with a girl, or only been with girls, or bisexual and only been with boys, or other way around, never been with boys. Like, you can be a lesbian and never been in a relationship with a girl or anything like that. You can obviously be straight and just know you're straight. Honestly, when it comes to identities, you can be pansexual and, you know, the point of identities is it's not about your experience. Like, you could have dated boys before and then be like, nah, I'm a lesbian, you know, like, that's fine. Or the other way around, dated girls and then been like, I'm straight. I've seen stories like that as well. But what I'm trying to say is, who you date doesn't equal your identity. That's why bi erasure irritates the crap out of me, because it's like, you can be, I'm going to go in with the colour that Abby, by the way, which is like this white. You can be, well, your label is about you and your feelings. It's about your feelings and how you feel and how you identify. And someone could have similar feelings to you and use a different label. It's not about anyone but you and how you feel. I'm loving the makeup, by the way. But yeah, I'm now going to go in with Sunset Boulevard, just like this pink. I'll put it here. But yeah, so the label of lesbian, although it's not my identity anymore, it was my identity for a long time with myself and others, and it was a crucial part of learning about myself and my identity. And at the time, that label made sense to me and to other people, but at the end of the day, it was always about my feelings and how I felt, and at the time it made perfect sense. And now I've come to realise that it doesn't make sense for me anymore. I'm attracted to people regardless of their gender, and I'm pansexual, but I did identify as a lesbian for the longest time. They have such pretty colours in their flag, like, oh my god. I'm sorry, it's so fucking pretty. So pretty. Oh, and when I was younger, actually, they changed the lesbian flag. It used to be all pink, and then I remember being like, oh, there's orange, why is that orange? But it was because the old flag ended up being controversial and something about excluding trans women, I think, which, trans women are women, and if you don't think that, you're stupid, to be honest. In the nicest way possible. You're a bigot. Trans women are women. I'm taking the colour of the hills. Trans men are men. Let people be themselves. What's it to you how somebody else feels? Absolutely nothing. But yeah, oh, I can't stand TERFs. I'm sorry. You call yourself a feminist, but you don't support trans women? You're not a real feminist, love. Anyways. But yeah, I'm loving this makeup look, not gonna lie. Now we're gonna emo-fi it and I'll be right back. And by that I mean I'm gonna take the W7 smoking palette and I'm gonna put black in the waterline. Oh no. Ooh. Should I do my eyebrows first? I might do my eyebrows first. We'll see. I'll be back. Right, so I've done my eyebrows and put powder across my face and done the black eyeshadow waterline, and it looks so cool. I always love adding the black to my makeup looks. Black isn't part of the flag, just like black wasn't part of the pansexual flag when I did it, but I like outlining my eyes like this. Yeah, I'm loving this makeup look, honestly. I'm fucking loving the colours. I feel so cool. When I did the pansexual makeup, actually, I felt very like, oh, this is like me, like my identity on my face. Whereas this one, I'm like, this is cool, I look cool. But it's also good to like reflect on how far I've come, and yeah. Also, I'm supporting my fellow like community, like I'm supporting the lesbians. I had to think how to word that. And actually, recently, a friend of mine, well, this was a couple months back, was like, oh yeah, like, my lesbian friend, like, talking about me, and I'm like, outdated, I'm not a lesbian. But, yeah. I didn't correct them because I knew what they meant, but I probably should have, but I felt awkward to be like, actually, I'm not a lesbian anymore. But I should have corrected them. But yeah, oh, hello. My door's opening because of the window. So another thing I wanted to talk about was I knew that I wasn't a lesbian, but was still identifying kind of as one and being told I was one. But when I was dating someone, they were my girlfriend at the time, and then we broke up and they came out as trans like 3 days later. And then they told everyone that the reason we broke up, because I broke up with them because they were making me cry. But anyways, we're friends now, it's all in the past, but that's why, because we were arguing like every single day for a month and it was making me very, very sad. But we're better as friends now. But anyways, at the time, he told everyone that we broke up because I'm a lesbian. And then I messaged him like, that is not even remotely true. I would have loved you regardless of how you identified, and I said that during the relationship. Because I've always had that attitude, like, it's about who you are, not what you are. And you being a boy makes no difference in my feelings towards you. The reason we broke up is because you were making me cry. And whether you're girl, boy, non-binary, if you're making me cry every day, I don't want to be with you. But yeah, I remember that really hurt me because I explained so many times that, because they were struggling with their identity, and I explained so many times that I would love you regardless. And then they told everyone it was because I'm a lesbian, and I was like, number one, you know that that's not really how I feel, and two, not true. But it made me really heartbroken because I've always said it doesn't matter. Even when I was identifying as a lesbian, I was always saying like, it's about who they are. Which should have been the biggest clue to people that like, I'm not a lesbian. But yeah, like that was never a condition for me. Like it wasn't like, oh, you have to be a girl or I won't love you. Like that was never a condition for me. So it really hurt my heart when they did that. But yeah, and even though we're friends now, still upsets me to think about, to be honest, that somebody that I cared for deeply said that about me, because that just proves you don't know me that well if you think that. Anyone that knows me enough would know that I would never think or do that or say that or feel that way. I would never be that way. And anyone that knows me, like actually knows me, knows that I would never, ever, ever care about your gender as a factor to whether I love you or not. So, but I used this one first. That's shocking. I normally use this one first. I'm putting on mascara. My rule for eyelashes, if it doesn't look like spiders, I don't want it. I feel like I didn't really explain myself very well in the pansexual video. I don't know. I feel like I'm explaining things better in this one. But to be fair, I was very stressed because it was exciting, but I've never talked about being gay on the internet. I mean, the massive pride flag in the back of my videos must have been a dead giveaway, but, you know, still. People can be mean. But if you're mean to me, that's a reflection of you, and, you know, you need to work on that. But, yeah. It makes me sad, the amount of hate in the world and ignorance, and why can't we let people love who they want to love and be who they want to be and be who they are? And like, it pains me when people say, oh, it's all a choice. No, it's not. It's literally just part of who people are. Please accept that, you know? I love this jumper, by the way. It's like rainbowy. I'm loving this makeup look. Like, oh, we need to add glitter. It's not a gay look without glitter, but if any of you guys try out my interpretation of the makeup, I'm sure someone's done this before, but if anyone wants to try this out, let me know. If you like the makeup look, let me know. If you want to talk about your own experiences and feelings, let me know. But yeah, we're going to go into the colour Hybrid, which is like glitter. Boop. And we're going to put this quickly dusted over my lid. Oh yeah. Oh, we should put it under. Ooh. Oh, hell yeah. Under the pink. Let's go. It's sick. I actually made my first internet best friend on a lesbian group chat. And it's funny because we both have been through very similar experiences in our lives and have very similar feelings. And we both go through very similar things, and we both don't identify as lesbians anymore. So that's very, well, to my knowledge. So that's very cool. So I do owe a lot to this identity, even though I don't relate to it anymore. I'm gonna put some on my nose. Even though I don't relate to it anymore, I've got best friends who are lesbians. I've met friends through the fact that I was identifying as a lesbian. I owe a lot to this label, to be honest, even though I don't feel that way anymore. So that's good. Well, I never really felt that way, but, you know, it's kind of the label I ended up using. At the time, it made sense, but yeah. I am obsessed with this makeup look. I have to show you guys in the sun. I'm sorry, but obsessed. Obsessed. I love it. The makeup look looks so cool. I mean, if the giant pride flag in my room isn't a dead giveaway, I don't know what is. I remember I made a personal TikTok once of all the rainbow shit in my room, and it was like the audio of like, what are you, fucking gay? And it was like all of these like rainbows around my room. It was so funny. I think about that TikTok to this day. Like, it was so funny. I felt like top class humour. I love this look. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I think it looks so cute. I want to do this look on someone, like, to celebrate their pride and their identity. Like, I would love to do this on, like, someone who identifies as a lesbian, because I feel like it'd be very cool. Like, I loved having the pansexual makeup on. I kept that on until literally gone 12 in the morning, 1 in the morning. Like, I loved that makeup look. I've really been enjoying doing my makeup recently. But the pride ones are having a special place in my heart because, like, honestly, it's so cool to talk about this now, and it's so good to talk about this. Like, I couldn't have talked about this as a teenager. I was still struggling and going through my own stuff with it. But now that I'm 22, and even like a year ago, I wouldn't have been able to talk about this really, or like 2 years ago, like, only recently I feel like I have the mental place and strength to talk about this and to stand my ground. And do you know what I mean? I've never really been a confrontational person, but yeah, I feel like I'm in a good place mentally with everything. Because I've always accepted others, I have the hardest time accepting myself, and that's the big thing. But yeah, ooh, we should do the look with glasses. I didn't do that the other video, I don't think. Sad times. But the look with glasses. Because I wear glasses. Anyways, I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Happy fucking Jesus, I just heard like a crash. Happy Pride, everyone. Hope you all have a lovely day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to become a join Alquest Mans. I'm Malamans. I never say that. And until next time. Goodbye. Have a lovely day. Happy Pride. I just put my earrings in, like infinities and butterflies and a heart, and I think it really suits the look and looks really cute. I love it. Anyways. Bye. Have a lovely day. Happy Pride.